Yes, good morning, and sanibonani. Kubo bonke our king Nkosi, our guest, and the invitees that are here, and our CEO. I greet you all in Bingelela. Oh, phambi kwenu right now. Vulayo, I'm a deputy CEO of umphathi wethu CEO. Ngumsizi wakhe. Yes, ngithi nginibingelele sinamukele right now because besangamamukeli ngokugcwele official as the Rock Africa Pty Ltd Rock Africa company. Siyanimukela right now, sithi feel free. Sisalungisa sizoqala khona manje sisalungisa nje kuyifew usaconnect umphathi usaconnect uCEO but siyaqala ngakudala njengamanje. Siyanimukela khulile kanje. Besithi ake sithandaza ke simmeme umdala wensuku kubalekile nalokho ngoba kuyenzeka kwesinye isikhathi mhlambe sigcine sesimtshela sesivala singakaze sammeme besihamba sidlula kahle kahle kunezinye nje izinto eziningi esisuke singayibonanga esisuke asiphephise kuzo njengoba sihamba ngeenqola zomlilo nje imoto siphephiswa nguye ake simmeme ukuthi sesikhona manje siyayiqala imeeting le the Rock Africa njengoba sikhona sicela yena athathe over a control ngoba ngomdala njengoba sithi sindo omdala wensuku omdala kunathi. Yebo, sizothi nje ngoba mayinhloko noma amakhanda simbonge nabanye babambonga khona ngokuthule but ngizobe ngikhuluma ngimbonga. Siyabonga baba umdala wensuku igama lenkosi yethu Jesu Kristu. Siyabonga njengoba sihlangene kuleli hall kuleli sonke esikhulu njenge the Rock Africa nenkosi esinayo Amangwe Royal Kingdom. Siyabonga ukuthi usihlanganise nawo si the Rock Africa. Siyakholwa ukuthi bekuyiplan yakho. Siyakholwa ukuthi namanje kuyiplan yakho. Siyakholwa ukuthi kwakuyiplan yakho nangesikhathi usenza usidala uJeremiah 1 from verse 4 uyasho ukuthi umuntu umenzele uyamazi uneplan naye. Mawubuka esandleni sakho ubona iplan yomuntu ngomunye ngamunye. Nayo iplan ye the Rock Africa Pty Ltd iplan yenkosi ya Amangwe Royal Kingship bone plan nayo ukuthi namhlanje sohlangana nge16 zalenyanga esikuyo kulonyaka esikuwo kuyenzeka namhla. Siyakubonga wena umdalo wensuku and siyakubikela ukuthi right now take over, take control. Akube wena owangamelayo konke kuhambe kahle kuphumelele ngoba wena umdala wensuku, wena owumenzi wethu, wena oneplan yethu sonke njengoba sila esandleni sakho. Siyabonga egameni kaJesu Kristu. We thank you and we glorify you. We hand over to you everything that will happen in here, the meeting that will happen in here with Amangwe Royal Family, Amangwe Royal Kingdom, take over in the Rock Africa in the mighty name of Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Salbonan lonke. Ome phambi kwenu uNqobizwe Ncube oyi-founder ye The Rock Africa. The Rock Africa i-company engayiqala ngo-2019 ilesifiso sokuthi ngibambanisa ama-Africa wonke ukuze sibiye le solution to African problems. Siqala nje into ezifana lemsebenzi ukuthi si-create amathuba emisebenzi and lokuthi siventure kuma businesses sibe ngama investors eAfrica njengabantu base-Africa. So the Rock Africa has been facing some challenges along the way. Njengoba besiqalile, we've been facing some challenges but silethemba elikhulu kakhulu njengoba sesihlangane lobukhosi beAmangwe ukuthi ivision lesinayo ibambene le vision yeAmangwe sizokhona ukuthi sisize abantu base-Africa. Ngiyazi ukuthi abantu abaningi ithemba kabasenalo ukuthi kunomuntu ongavela ethi uzonceda abantu. abantu sebekwazi ukuthi umuntu lo muntu udonsela la khona, umuntu lo muntu ubhekela ifamily yakhe. Akukho njalo, sisasekhona thina abanye esizinikela ukuthi empilweni yethu the rest of our lives we want to help abantu base-Africa. So ngizaqala ngokuthi ngi-rewind kancane, please be patient with me. Ngizaqala ngokuthi ngi-rewind kancane ngendaba ye-The Rock Africa. Since 2019 siyiqala, i-The Rock Africa iqale ingela lutho, zero. It was only a vision, kungela company, kungela anything, just a vision. It was just a vision, and the vision was with me, and I was staying in Davidton by that time. So ngihlale Davidton, I got this vision of uniting abantu base-Africa, because ngathi mangichecka abantu, they were crying of unemployment, and that was before COVID-19, and the unemployment rate was already skyrocketing. So worse off, so kufikele COVID-19, things became more worse. But then i-vision angaba la ukuthi sinabantu e-South Africa estimated 53 million, and those people, all of them are looking for jobs, and those people, all of them, they are stuck, they need a solution, and they are hoping that they will get the solution from somewhere, right? And this solution will never come from anywhere. This solution will never come from anywhere except from us. So 2019, I started calling people one by one. People started believing in my vision. Okay, we believe what you are saying. And the funny part is, there was no cent, there was no money, there was no company registered. It was just me talking. I was telling them, guys, let's come together, put together what we have, 100 rand a month, until we managed to pile up enough capital. Because I told them that if 53 million people that are in South Africa can listen to what I'm saying, sifaka 100 rand every month at Tafulen, we will manage to raise 5.3 billion rands. And that 5.3 billion rands will be imali. That has nothing to do with the loan, that has nothing to do with the government, that will be owned by the people. Then we can start establishing businesses as all of us. So I wish ukuthi ngiqhubekele phambili, ngihambe ngikhuluma nge-The Rock Africa, but before we get any further, I can see ukuthi we are few, but don't have a faint heart. Even though we are few, we are going somewhere. People might not understand what are we trying to do. Abanye abantu sebephelelwa ithemba, abanye abantu along the way, omunye umuntu uyacabanga ukuthi maybe ngingavuka ngihambe ngiyohustla phandle, maybe I will come up with something. Thola ukuthi at the end of the day umuntu lo uhlulekile lokuthi ahustle enough ukuze aphumele something. So at the end of the day, those people still have a problem, even though they didn't come here. I'm telling you, the invite that I created, I'm sure people that are here came because they were invited through that black invite. That invite was seen by people, over 2,000 people. Over 2,000 people. That could have come today, but because of different reasons, people didn't come. So I don't want to be long at the Rock Africa much before I introduce our guests. So mina ngizihambile ngonqobizwe Ncube, ngizalelwe eBulawayo, ngihlala lapha eHillbrow. Ngi-founder, le current CEO ye The Rock Africa. Lo elimbona lapha ole badge scotch, Musizwe is my deputy CEO. Ulobe sifakela umthandazo la. The Rock Africa inama members, over 30 members. Sisenda as different, abanye base Limpopo, abanye base Soweto, abanye base KZN, abanye base Cape Town, abanye sisenda eziningi, abanye base Tsakani. But because of the commitment yemsebenzi, abanye abantu manje basemsebenzini, they couldn't come. Abanye abantu they are not at work, but banama funerals. Some excused me because of my funerals. Some excused me because of other different reasons. But we thank God whoever is here today managed to come. So I would like to introduce first ama guests wethu namhlanje. Siphethe inkosi ya Amangwe. Inkosi ye Amangwe Royal Kingdom. Ngicela ukuthi iphakame ibingelela abantu iziyazise naye ebantwini, then after yena sizocela unkosikazi wakhe naye asukume uQueen atsho ukuthi yena ungubani, azintroduce ebantwini briefly bakhulume kancane about i-Royal Kingdom, le vision yabo, then I'll come here and explain deeply ukuthi sifuna ukwenzani kahle kahle thina the Rock Africa ne Royal Kingdom. So over to you, Bayet.
Sanibonani endlini.
Ngiyabonga.
Ngithanda ukuthi ngibingelele ngesikhathi sasekuseni nanethuba enginikezwe lona phakathi kwendawo ukuthi ngizohlanganyela kunye nani abantu bakithi ezweni laseGoli. Omela phambi kwenu inkosi uqhawe Aluta Mambo, igama engizalwa ngalo uMandla wakaMazibuko. Ngiqhamuka ezweni laseTsakane, but manje we are based in Katlehong, Spread in Ekurhuleni. Sibizwe namhlanje ukuthi si-invite ngendlela ethi sizohlanganyela nani ukuthi sizoveza lokho siwukhosi esikuphethe ukuthi sokunikezela abantu ngeshwa nangebhadi or nangenhlanhla enkulu ukuthi ngiyacabanga futhi ukuthi mhlawumbe bakhona abantu abaseza basendleleni njengoba umphathi sekashilo la ukuthi abanye they would love to ukuthi babe khona bahlanganyele nathi, but now due to different reasons abantu abanazo abanye basemisebenzini, abanye bakuma funerals, so ngokuhlukahlukana ngokubambeka ngokuhlukahlukana kanjalo. That is why today we are like few, but I also believe ukuthi bakhona basazoza and bakhona as we speak now abamamele. So ngamafuphi ngizothanda ukuthi ngiyabonga ukuthi ngifike phakathi kwendawo ngibone abantu abanayo nofuqufuqu ngesizulu bathi ugqozi encouragement ukuthi babe khona phakathi kwendawo sizokwazi ukuthi sikhona ukuthi sikhulumise lesilwane esisiphethe esiza nasebantwini, because uyinkosi awusiyinkosi ngoba uzimele ngoba ubathi you are fashionable, uyinkosi ngoba usestyleni, uyinkosi ngoba uthanda. No, uyinkosi ngaba abantu. So ngaphandle kwenu angisingiyinkosi mina. I'm just an ordinary person. Ngihamba la eHeathrow wherever la eTratini zaseGoli. Yabona ungangidlula nje futhi ngingafakanga nomqhele sokuthi hayi le pantsula leli friend yethu nje sisonke emherezweni. Yabona? But because of you are here, then you dominate ngenkosi. So whatever that I have to ukuthi mhlambe ngikushare nani elangeni la namhlanje, mhlambe sizothi ukuthi kancane nesikhathi sincenge senzele ukuthi nalabo abasaplan ukuthi baseza abanye basageza ngiyacabanga singabashiyi kakhulu, sibe nendlela thizeni mhlambe esiyenzayo ukuthi at least ithi ukustretcha kancane isikhathi ukuthi sibone ukuthi okay mhlambe ihlalo lezi ziba nabantu mhlambe can be 10, 15, 20. Then leyo number I believe ukuthi iza mikisa or isithwale siye empumelelweni, ngoba umuntu oyi1 angeke ezwe kahle than abantu abayi2 or abayi5, because of inumber yabantu it encourage or it directs ukuthi ne-budget esinayo ukuthi sikhipha amaphepha la kusazisa abantu, but masikhonile ukuthi sihlanganyele emhlanganweni ofana nalo sibe little bit of a number, then we can able ukuthi sikhansele la amaphepha abantu bakhona ukuthi into esiyidiscussayo la baphumele ngaphandle bayoyikhulumisa ingene ezizweni indaba. So siyabonga ngale ndlela, ngithanda ukuthi uNkosi Mazibuko ome phambi kwenu kuningi esizokukhuluma esizokunikeza abantu, ngoba ngiyacabanga ukuthi igoli leli likhulu kodwa sibancane singaka. Lento esizoyenza la esizoyikhuluma la it's bigger than igoli itself. Nabantu abala eGauteng, nabantu abala eJoburg, like iyodwa inkulu kakhulu because into yecontinent. So ngizama ukuthi ngamafuphi siyabonga ubukhosi Amangwe Royal Kingdom. Actually ingabadi yethu or mhlambe ngathi inkaba yethu ubukhosi lobuqhamuka kuse DRC eCongo sehla ngokwehla sayozinza eKZN kula sinze khona indlunkulu yethu lapho. Thina ngokuhlala sisakhele la ekuruleni njengoba sengichazile eKatlehong, siba ubukhosi wesibili as a branch yendlunkulu from eKZN Amangweni kula suka khona. Ubukhosi ngabantu kumele ukuthi sibe khona ebantwini, siziveze, sizonikeza abantu or sifake ushintsho ebantwini esizweni sonke simnyama. Ngabe ukuthi umakhomba khombana kusasa ukuthi hayi lona uthi uyinkosi wenzani, and then yabona sibe namagama njalo neziso ezikhomba umuntu ukuthi hayi wena uzenza ngcono wena inini, kanti kahle kahle the main plan ubukhosi na this association it's to unite wonke umuntu omnyama, ngakhathalekile ukuthi ubuya eZimbabwe or ubuya eZambia or ubuya eTanzania or ubuya eKenya or ubuya eEthiopia or okusala umntana wengabadi usizwe simnyama okumele ukuthi at the end of the day singakhombani ngemino kodwa si unite. Ngiyabonga, ngizawubamba la kwamanje bayethe.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Ngiyathemba ukuthi ngitholile background yobukhosi ne. Right. Ngicela uQueen asukume nabingelela abantu kancane bayethe.
Bayede. I greet everyone la namhlanje. I'm so happy ukuthi ngilana. I really honor this opportunity to come before you, and ngicela ukunithembisa ukuthi you didn't waste your time. Umveli Nqayi ngiwazile ngalelanga la namhlanje, and uyazi lokho esinilethele kona ukuthi kuzongibenefit. Okay, I am Queen Thando Mabuza Mazibuko. Fortunately nami ngiphuma eDaveyton, same place nobhuti la phuma khona, and I am the queen of the Amangwe Royal Kingdom. So I would just like to give a brief background on who we are, what the kingdom is all about, and why we are here. So our kingdom is an independent royal family, and we are coming from the DRC all the way to KZN. Our main vision is to connect Africa. Our main vision is to connect all the kingdoms. Our main vision is to unite all African tribes and to reconnect people with our true origin and our true identity. So we've seen ukuthi division has caused a lot of problems in Africa. Africa is struggling. Africa has problems in healthcare, has problems in education, has problems economically. We are the richest continent, but our people are poor because we are divided. So the enemy has capitalized on our division, and the enemy has brought destruction on our continent because asizwani. So we've seen ukuthi masingathatha iAfrica sihlanganise, then iAfrica izonqoba at the end of the day. So we want to be a catalyst for economic growth in our land, and we are developing sustainable communities like South Africa and all over Africa. So our aim and objectives are to facilitate access to markets. We want to implement projects of change, and we want to facilitate entrepreneurship development in townships as well as in the rest of the African continent. So we offer various services. So our services include economic development, business development and compliance. We develop export and import market linkages, and we also assist in funding some of the projects that are being implemented. So our sectors include finance, agriculture, mining, transportation, infrastructure, energy, manufacturing, banking, tourism and culture, warehousing, energy and construction. I am passionate about developing banks in Africa. I believe ukuthi it is time ukuthi abantu abamnyama we learn to manage our own money. We don't have power in the economy because imali yethu manager ama-bank aphuma ngaphandle. All the money that we are generating here in South Africa, it leaves the country every single day. There's nothing that remains in the continent. There's nothing that remains in South Africa. The Western countries, the European countries, they are first world countries because of money that has been made here in Africa. So it is time that we Africans, or maybe we black people, we learn how to manage our own money, we learn how to build our own banks. So I was very attracted by structure, the Rock of Africa. Structure leso sokuthi niqale this movement to collect imali so that you can fund your own projects, so that you can fund your own businesses. That is the most powerful tool that we can use, especially to transform our economy. So through that tool, I believe that you can also start your own financial institution, start your own banking institution, then make sure that at least we are able to control the finances. At the moment, South Africa has a lot of debt because we don't manage our own money. Before the coronavirus, we were owing about $3 trillion to other international companies. So meaning that a person, or even you or even myself standing here, I have a debt that I owe to other European countries, to other Western countries. So everyone in South Africa is in debt because of the way things have been managed. So those are the critical factors that we need to address, and those are the critical factors that we need to handle in order to finish poverty. We are struggling because asina misebenzi. We are struggling because of the system that we are operating in. And I believe ukuthi we need to really decide whether is this system working for us. I believe that we are in a matrix. We are in a matrix that has been designed by white people. We are in a matrix that has been designed by the Europeans. Even our land, we don't own our land. Our land is being owned by Queen Elizabeth. Our resources are owned by companies that are coming from outside. So ubukhosi buyasukuma, ubukhosi buyanibiza. As South Africans, we are calling people to unite. So when we are united, we believe we can achieve a lot of things. So ubukhosi is there to assist. Ubukhosi is there to provide support. Ubukhosi is there to come and bring our projects. Lawa azo developer in South Africa. Ama projects lawa azo creator imisebenzi. Ama projects lawa azo qeda inyawupe. We are struggling because of inyawupe these days. We are struggling because of izinto eziningi, because we don't manage izinto zethu. We rely akwabanye abantu ukuthi basimanagele izinto. We rely on other people to come and build firms. We rely on other people to come and manufacture food for us. We don't create our own things. So we are here ukuthi no, isikhathi sesifikile. It is time for Africans to stand up. It is time for South Africans to stand up. It is time for us to take total control. It is time ukuthi siqale simanufacture ukudla kwethu. We've been fed ukudla okungekho healthy. Our food is full of chemicals that are making us sick. The more we get sick, the more people that are getting sick, the more medicine is required from the hospitals. So the more money is spent towards healthcare. But if we can manufacture our own food, free of chemicals, food that is not making us sick, then we can actually start also to save money in terms of healthcare system like South Africa.
Okay.
So I believe that we are still going to interact, and I still believe that you have questions that you would like to ask. So the Amangwe Royal Kingdom is here for you today. We are here to come up with solutions that are going to assist, with solutions that are going to empower South Africans and Africans as a whole. Bye.
Hi, siyabonga. Thank you so much. I'm sure you understand where we are going, right? So like I was saying, background yobukhosi kancane, not yobukhosi, the Rock Africa kancane. Okay, standing behind you is Mr. Jamela. Mr. Jamela is one of us. In the Rock Africa. He's a director there. And Mr. Sizwe Ngomezulu is a director but also a deputy CEO. So, like I was saying earlier on, we are facing problems and we need to come up with a solution. And there is no one standing up to say, here is the problem and let's solve it this way. So this has made people to be activated in a mode called the survival mode. Everyone wants to survive, which is very dangerous because people resort to criminal activities for them to make means of generating money because there is no employment. The unemployment in South Africa is very high. And when I'm saying very high, some people might take it like the unemployment is very high. Talking to you as I'm talking to you right now, we have got matriculants that are at school that will finish that will finish end of the year. A small percentage of them will go to universities, but the majority, they will look for jobs and there is no employment. College students, as I'm talking to you, come end of the year, they are finishing colleges. They want to be employed. We have got TVET colleges. We have got engineers that are graduating every year. They want to be employed. There is no way to be employed. We have got university students who are graduating with degrees every year. Not from Wits University, but from all the universities across the country. Those people, they are carrying degrees, they are looking for jobs, right? Can't you see that we have got a serious problem? We have a very big problem, and jobs are not being created. I'm not undermining what the government is trying to do. They are trying to do, but they also need us to chip in and help. We need to work together. Now we have seen the Premier of Gauteng. They are trying, they are creating jobs for Woza Works, but those people, some of them, they earn stipends. How can you put someone to be guarding against a crime and that person is earning small money? Obviously, they will get bribed outside and they will take that money because they need it. So we need to create serious jobs. We need to create serious jobs. We need to revive the industries. We have got people who are highly skilled in Africa. I'll give you a very simple example. South Africa is housing Africans and international community. Not only Africans, but international community. Everyone is here in South Africa. Talk of any country, they are here in South Africa. But one thing that will shock you, in Zimbabwe, the industries are down. Where are the people that were working in the industries in Zimbabwe? They are here in South Africa. What are they doing? Nothing. So we have got highly skilled people who were working in other countries who came to South Africa with their skills, but they are not utilizing those skills. So we can easily revive the industries. like the Queen was saying, when we talk about controlling our own money, the challenge that we are having as Africans is that our money is not under our control. You can talk about having a black people's bank or African bank or national bank. Let me tell you, that will never happen if people are not united, number one. And until people understand that they must put funds together, until you understand that people must come together and put funds together and control their own capital. Because now if I can tell you that I've got a business idea, I want to show you something. I have a business idea. I want to start a certain business. The only place that I would think that can give me capital is the banks. When I go there, they will ask me for collateral, of which I don't have. I don't have collateral. And majority of Africans don't have collateral. So actually the banks will sponsor those that are already having something. So if your forefathers were rich and they left you properties, you can easily get money from the bank. So they will only sponsor the rich. But that doesn't solve problems in Africa. As we are talking right now, we can talk issue of drugs. They are amongst us. And who are consuming them? Our own African people. Sporting activities, we need to revive sporting activities and make these extra-curricular activities such a dynamic thing that will play a pivotal role in people's minds. We must make it a dynamic thing. If I can show you something very simple, our teenagers now, they are consuming internet content a lot. They are consuming alcohol. They are consuming drugs. This is a fact. This is not something that I can say I'm speculating, maybe it's happening. Go to high schools here around Jozi, you'll see they are smoking dacha, they are smoking zol, school kids in school uniforms. You understand? Go to the clubs, young girls, young boys, they are full in clubs. So, how are we going to serve Africa if we cannot create things that will occupy the mind of young people? If you go now, you can invite people to come to this meeting now that are on the street. They will not feel attracted. Why? Because they have been scammed a lot. Scams in South Africa. Or it's happening all over the world, but in South Africa, too much scams are happening. And people are getting away with it and ripping people out of their money. Then who will solve these problems if we don't come together? Like I said, 65 million people estimated in South Africa. We know there are more than that. 65 million people estimated. If every month you can say 100 rand I'm investing in the Rock Africa, the moment you put 100 rand, you become a shareholder of the Rock Africa. When I say Sizo is a shareholder, it's because he listened to the vision and he put his money and he joined his money with me. As we are talking today, we have got a registered security company. We have got a cooperative for farming. The only thing that has been holding us is capital. We have a 4-hectare plot. One of the shareholders who joined us said, I've got a 4-hectare plot. I haven't been using it for years. But since you are coming with this strategy of putting people together, should people come together and put those 100 rands and it's enough capital to start project farming, come to my plot, use my plot for free. People are willing, but we need to put a system that will work, that people will trust. Because it doesn't make sense if you say, we have got challenges, we are waiting for solution. Where is it going to come from? Who will bring the solution? So, like I said, briefly about the Rock Africa. If the Rock Africa started today with me, which means it has got 0 rand, it has no money. But if tomorrow I decide to put 100 rand, which means I'm the only shareholder, I have 100 rand in the Rock Africa. If someone else joins me, which means the Rock Africa has got 2 people, 100 rands, it makes 200 rands capital that we have. And that 200 rands is owned by me and him, 50%. If a third person joins us, also puts 100 rands, which means 33.33% each, which means we are growing. If 4 of us put 100 rands each, which means 25% each, the company has 400 rands. That's the system that I want people to use. And if everyone is willing to be involved, because many people have got business plans, but no capital. One day I went to CIPC, where companies are registered, long queues, and people register companies every day online. I was shocked at one statistic that I saw on Google, that in 2020 alone, during COVID time alone, year 2020, over 600,000 companies, new companies were registered. But where are those companies working? No, they are not working. It's a certificate on the wall, in the house, in the wardrobe. Young people want to be in business, but they get stuck. Some run out of ideas, some run out of capital. But you can have an idea, you can have an idea, I can have an idea, but when we come together, we put our money together. We don't have capital. We put our money together, we have 300. We can go and buy 2 kg flour and make magwinya, go and sell it at tax rank, and we can make profit from that. So basically what I'm trying to say is we have to, we have to come together. And one thing about the Rock Africa is never been hidden since it started. I've approached the president's office. The only problem is that no one is giving an ear to listen. I said, it doesn't matter how it started. The president's office and the government, they must look into the Rock Africa and monitor it. If they think we are scamming people, let them be monitored. Let us be monitored. Let there be government auditors who will be hired by the government to audit the Rock Africa that is saying it wants to help people, to really see if we are helping people or we are scamming people. But how many scams have come and gone? Bitcoin scams, cryptocurrency scams, product scams, and some these days they will tell you put so much money, it will multiply after so much. The first few people that will do that, yes, they will benefit. But as they introduce more people, come, I'm benefiting, I put 2,000, it has matured to 4,000 within a week. Let me also put, 100 people have put, 1,000 people have put. Then the next time, people are running away with people's money. You will never find them. But when you say to people, come, let's work together. Join us. Become a member of the Rock Africa. Let's all put 100 rands on the table and they have capital. Then the other problem that we are facing as the Rock Africa, even though we successfully managed to register these businesses, there are companies that we have successfully managed to register, but to penetrate the system, it has been hard. It has been hard to penetrate the system. So now the idea that we have got a security company, it cannot work because they will ask you, where have you worked before? Show us the track record before we hire you. The question is, those big companies, whether it's Fidelity, whether it's Stallion, where did they get their first experience or track record? Today they are hailed as big companies with the track record, but on day one when they started, where was their track record? There was no track record. So we need a government that is listening and helping the people to say, okay, here are young people. In the Rock Africa, we have got youth, we have got young people, we have got women, we have got young boys, we have got men, old men, we have got, like I'm showing you, Mr. Jamela is a family man. We have got some people who are older than him in the Rock Africa. People come in the Rock Africa and they exit because they think, this thing will not work, because we are telling them, let's put our monies together. The other problem that we face as the Rock Africa is, if we open a bank account with FNB, we must pay every month 83 rands for that account. So if we tell people, let's put our monies together, we know that our expense is 83 rands. That money maybe few people will put, then the rest they'll stop putting money there. Then at the end of the day, the money is being consumed by the bank, by bank charges. And someone came to me and said, you don't have an office. The Rock Africa doesn't have an office. How can you trust it? You are operating on the street. What if you run with people's things? I said, okay, we're going to have an office. Those who trusted me, we started without an office. We're operating from where I was. If I was at home, I was at home. I remember we started when I was in Davidton. That's where we started. So people were asking, where is your offices? When we opened the office, but still people were skeptical. We had an office, we bought office furniture. All these computers that you see here, it's the Rock Africa equipment. It's not my thing. It's not like I'm rich. No, these things that you see here, these computers, it's not mine. It's for the Rock Africa. We have got office desks, we have got things. We are still waiting for people to come on board. Praise be to God, I met with Amangwe Royal Kingdom that have got a similar vision like us of uniting people. So we have got projects that we have in mind that we want to work with them. And these things will not be mine. They will belong to members of the Rock Africa, shareholders of the Rock Africa. Your share, excuse me, your share will be the percentage of what we have contributed towards the capital. If we open our supermarkets and spaza shops, the vision and the dream is let our own African people buy from our supermarkets and buy from our shops, spaza shops, so that the profit that we make, they themselves, they'll get a dividend at the end of the financial year. How do they get the dividends? They must invest. Even from 100 rand going up every month, you invest, you build your own share in the organization. But people, excuse me, people opt to go and buy in other people's supermarkets where they will never get a share, where they will never eat the profit of it. And those people, they will never open more jobs for other people. So here we are trying to say, okay, let's open supermarkets. Let our people buy from our supermarkets. At the end of the year, they will enjoy the dividends of the profit. The more you buy, the more profit we make. At the end of the year, you will get a profit share. And when you get the profit share, we invest more, the other money from the profit. We expand across the country, we open these supermarkets. At the end of the day, everyone will be working because people are buying groceries every time. People are buying from supermarkets every time, but they are benefiting nothing from those supermarkets except spending their money there. You understand? So people are stuck. They can't create jobs because they can't come together. So that is it, long and short, about the Rock Africa. I think I will not speak a lot alone. I want anyone from us here, we are few, anyone who wants to say something, wants to contribute something, wants to add something. I think I will open the floor for anyone to come forward. Remember, we've got only 2 hours here. We've got only 2 hours here. And in these 2 hours, we must make sure by 11 we close. So how do we join the Rock Africa? The Rock Africa is a website. I remember when we started, we didn't have a website. People were saying, you don't have a website. I always promised them, I will design the website myself. I designed it. We have a website. But the website, because people stop contributing, the website needs to be paid the hosting every month. So we've been facing challenges because also I was not working. So our website is down, but by month end I think it will be up because I got a piece job somewhere, and come my salary, I will invest in the Rock Africa. Now I'm a more than 50% shareholder. I've invested more than 30,000 in the Rock Africa, but we have got people that joined us long time ago who have only invested 300 rands. Maybe they put it first month they came in, then they kept quiet. So you understand? At the end of the day, people will not say we ran away with their money. No, their share is there. It's just that we're not making profit for now. So anyone with a question, I think we must also time the load shedding, Load shedding can hit us maybe anytime from 10 or something. When they can give us a leeway today to say we can push until 12, I don't know. this meeting I'm recording it because I was trying to broadcast it because of rain 5G. We are in the buildings, we can't get the signal, so it can't go live. I would have loved it to be live and share the link across the groups, but because of the network that we are using, so I'm recording this so that after the meeting I will upload it. Those who want to watch it. So we have a website where you can go and click and fill up the membership form, put your beneficiaries, just in case someone dies, you must know where your share must go to. Put your beneficiaries, where you will put your next of kin. Should we fail to get hold of you, where do we look for you? Put all your details there. So my vision is that even before we start putting money together, let's fill the whole, let's fill a stadium and say we are united, we want to build these businesses. Then that's a starting point, you know. People can easily fill FNB Stadium with the celebrities. I remember Casper University filled the FNB Stadium and everyone was happy about it. But people spent money there. No one benefited from it except him. Or maybe with the stadium. You understand the point? But the same people from stadium, they are crying of jobs. They are stuck. Why can't we fill the stadium to say, people, let's put our monies together and build? Because that stadium can take 100,000 people. If we put 100 rand, which means it will be 10 million that will raise in one day. We can open supermarkets, we can open spaza shops, we can open whatever, hire our own people. That's a simple mathematics, simple logic. But we are not doing it because we are waiting for someone to create jobs for us. And it will never happen until we grow old. When I started, my hair was black, now my hair is white, you can see. I'm growing old, one day I will not be here. But the Rock Africa will leave it, it's a registered entity. Those that have shares in it, they will carry on with it, it's not mine. So that's it, long and short about the Rock Africa. So anyone with any question, you can raise up your hand so that I can give you a platform. Otherwise I will start by giving the chairman. He's our chairman of the Rock Africa, he's a director as well. He's Mr. Jamela. I appreciate him a lot because for us to be here today, he contributed towards this. For this to happen, it's not one man's effort. People from the Rock Africa, they contributed. You see, refreshments, to bring the royal family here, it's not easy. People think like it's just an easy thing to say, call them, they will come. No, it's not like that. It takes their humility as well to say, let's go. You see. So contributions from the Rock Africa members, I appreciate them a lot. We have got, is it Mr. Katuchelo?
Yes.
Mr. Katuchelo is one of us. Also, he's a member. He's a member of the Rock Africa. He's a show. Are you a director? No, he's not a director. But don't worry. We will open a lot of businesses and we will register a lot of employees. And you will be one of our members. Unfortunately, the thing has stopped. I don't know if it's saved. You understand? That's the challenge that we are facing. Even hide, but this thing will always knock us. These three are the only things that are holding us. If you can ask me, how am I saying that? People will fail to come together to do business because this one belongs to another political party and that one belongs to another political party. People will rather be in a political party WhatsApp group that has got 1,000 people still complaining about problems, jobs, and all these things. You know. Until I'll show you one thing. Do you know that a community can bring a solution to its community? Do you know that? If we say now there's a problem of pick it up, collecting refuse now, not picking up the dustbins. Do you know that if every breathing person in Hillbrow, they can come together and say, let's put money together, do you know that they can buy their own truck? And they can manage to put their money together every month, they can manage to pay the driver, and they can manage to collect that rubbish and go and throw it. But people will rather not do such a thing. People would rather stay in the air, fill the place, and complain that the dustbins are not being collected until they die of cholera. So here I'm coming with a scenario such that we have got the ability to bring a solution to ourselves. You know, sometimes I just keep quiet and say, if it wasn't for the kingdom that revived my spirit, I just said, God, let me just sit also and watch what will happen, because when you talk to people will listen to you, but they will not act. Like I'm telling you, the advert for this meeting was seen by over 2,000 people. That saw it. That I can confirm. Over 2,000. But I don't know if other people shared it further. How many people saw it. But the truth is, it's not easy for people to jump out. They'll just say, okay, it's a meeting, alright. I mean, I can't go because I'm tired. But after this meeting, the same person will go out and say, hey, we're looking for jobs. Jobs are a problem. Jobs will never come until we build them. Businesses will never rise until we build them. And if we don't get support from anywhere else, we have to support each other so that we make it happen. So anyone with any questions, so that at least I don't talk until I become a one-man meeting. Okay.
Okhulumayo uMamuyeni Tsemane uya Orange Farm. Ngibonga ukuthola ithuba construction. Into engenza ukuthi ngifike lana ukuthi ngithe mangibheka ngabona ukuthi kunethuba nokuthi singakhona ukuthola amafanda. So ngicacisile ukuthi kufanele ukuthi sihlanganise esikuhlanganisayo sibone ukuthi singaphumelela kanjani. Ngibona ukuthi umbono omuhle kakhulu ngoba singabantu siyadingana ukuze sikwazi ukuyenza into yethu ngiphumelele. Ngibonge kakhulu futhi nokuthi ngibone inkosi ngoba kunenkosi enginayo ngale Orange Farm engiyoyazisa nayo ukuthi kunenkosi engiyengahlangabezana nayo. Ngiyathemba ukuthi uyothanda nayo ukuthi akwazi inkosi ngoba namhlanje ibirthday yakhe. So Nkosikekana ngiyathemba ukuthi uyojabula kakhulu. Sine meeting futhi next week ngoba ukhona la silima khona masiphiwe umhlaba ukuthi silime, and then ukuza internationally izobona ukuthi ngasisiza kanjani. So ngibona ukuthi ezisihlangene neRock sizobonisana ukuthi singabeka nakuphi na izinto esizosisa phambili, and amule ukuthi nizojoina.
But they are sitting here in the building, they are doing nothing. You see? If you take them now and put all the machinery that is needed here, bread will come out. You see? So that's what we want. And even our sporting activities, I was speaking to the royal family. Sporting activities, I've got a vision of saying, okay, these young kids, school kids, let them play these sporting activities, but not only at a local level. Let's have teams of high school and primary playing against, from Joburg, playing against KZN. Let's have from Mpumalanga playing against Limpopo. You know, let's have people from Western Cape coming to play. You know, let's have that type of interaction. You know, that's what I've been trying to do. But with it, some departments, they were not coming forward, you know, to support. You know, to support us, they were not coming forward. So it becomes hard for us to propel on our own. So the kingdom was talking about sporting activities like basketball. You know, we need to introduce those things. Basketball, you know, one day we will have school teams playing from South Africa playing against Zambia schools, not national teams, but having our schools here going to play against schools in Zambia. That is possible. That's what we want. We want to have interaction amongst ourselves and helping ourselves. At the end of the day, we want to be involved in social cohesion and also in businesses and in every aspect of African lives. So, anyone else with any questions before we decide to give to the chairman and Mr. Harris so that they can also speak for themselves, their experience.
Okay. I guess it's a concern.
Well, a lot of things happening in Hillbrook today, as in today or Hillbrook today. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I managed to forward it to some other people, and they're complaining why. 5 minutes,
5 minutes
before the event. Yeah, we need to. I'm just around the corner. Let me just quickly go there and check. But even if people will postpone so that next time we will assist the mobilization.
Yeah, I think
this place is going to be full, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think next meeting that we can have, because I think we on the side of the kingdom, I think we can start working on projects, planning on projects and everything. So that in the next meeting we must have something that we've already started. But I think the next meeting we can put it Monday. What do you think?
Mathematically Heritage Day.
Okay.
Anyway, happy Heritage Month to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and so many things happen.
So many things.
Next week, give me 20. So maybe next week, guys, we are always available for it.
Next week.
Just send us invitation, then we'll forward.
It will depend on.
It will
depend on the availability of the kingdom, royal family.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think we will announce and we will announce and we will share.
Especially in this area.
In this area.
Yes.
No, I think. Are you on the NPO group?
Yeah.
Yeah. So NPO.
No, I was having a problem with phone.
Yeah, NPO group. I posted it. I think last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm making a problem with phone. Now I'm not using the old one.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Privately, you can inbox me.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it from there.
We will surely organize another meeting. Baba, let's go. Organize another meeting in future. Maybe so that we try to reach out to as many people.
From us, we don't have any problem because that's one thing that we need.
Okay, so yes. I think before we put a date, we must make sure that we will be able to invite as many people, like pamphlets and all those things, so that at least we will not just have few people. And special thanks to the community church. They gave us this hall for free. No. So they are very supportive. They are very supportive. I don't want to lie. They said, okay, you want to have a meeting and it's something to do with businesses and that involves the community and the people. Okay, take the hall for free. So where can you get such lovely people these days? It's rare. You know, so people ask you how much. I went to other halls, I don't want to name them. Yeah, they wanted 1,500 for 2 hours and all these things. So special thanks to them. So yeah, any question?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'll just introduce myself roughly, then I'll bring up my question. My name is Reverend Munashe. I'm from Zim.
Yes.
I'm the chairperson of Citizens Business Networking Forum.
Yes.
It's a forum that is about 7 months old. What brought me here is I got this flyer from somebody.
For me.
Oh, it was for you. All right.
How are you?
I'm great. So, unfortunately, I have not yet grasped kingdom.
So to intervene, CEO, I was actually, he's the one that I was talking.
I had one more time on the drive from the game. First and foremost, I would like to say my apologies. Why I'm apologizing is because of my English. This thing of Georgie, I know that it's a language that it's communicating more, especially for those. But now what I'm pushing one angle that means, or that says, all of us black people, we must know and understand and learn one international language, that is going to be common for all of us, so that we can, unite and speak one voice, which is Swahili. Otherwise, me in English, it's water and oil. Because of when I want to express myself, I want to kuluma and I want to use Swahili so that everybody can understand. Because of English, it's a European whatever the thing. I cannot mention it now, but it's something else, if I can put it in that way. Thank you. I will use the Nguni for now, and then our colleagues will easily, let's say, I believe they can even, let's say, translate. Maybe after the whole thing, or maybe one of our colleagues will take note, so that in future they can able to, translate whatever that the king is going to mention it now. Ngithanda ukubonga futhi kakhulu ukuthi ngichaze mhlambe ngabandlana ngiphinde ngikhawule ngoba khona okunye umama wethu la uQueen kumele ukuthi naye athi ukuveza akucacise. Ngiyabonga umama wethu la beka la phambili obuke Orange Farm. Yey ukhulume waveza igama lenkosi, inkosi yethu la uKekana. Ngiyabonga mama ukuthi ube naleyo bathi futhi the oomph to come here and present and tell us about that wena ubani ubuya kusebenza nabani. Ngiyabonga kakhulu uNkosi Kekana, ngiyasebenza nabo kakhulu nekuwukuthi kudala ngisebenza nabo. Mangabe usho the very same inkosi engisebenzile nayo starting from kusaqalwa uContralesa, i-organization ebhekelele amakhosi kakhulu, the whole entire South Africa. That's an organization. Up until kuzalwa another organization which is Utralesa, which is the baby from Contralesa. So unfortunately, I'm no longer a member of Contralesa. I'm independent. My kingdom is independent. Why we are ending up being, let's say, independent? It's because I don't want to associate myself with sellouts. Why I'm selling sellouts? Because of that organization. I'm not gossiping, but I just want to, I'm one person who calls a spade a spade. If really you are a king, you must always tell the truth to the people. So in Zulu they say, with today I'm like this, last month I was like that. No. Just be constant and come in front of the people, and you must be very much transparent. So that people, they can trust you. So that people, they can rely on you, because you cannot lead people, whereas you are doing manga business. They're not going to trust you. At the end of the day, they're going to kill you. Because you'll be standing here telling people lies, taking money from the people, and then only to find out you are not going to deliver. You are actually, in a way, trying to enrich yourself. Whereas people down there, they are hungry, they are dying, no jobs, business are closing down. Whereas you are claiming that you are a leader. What kind of a leader are you? You see? So then now I'm standing here just to tell people of God that who am I, what is this kingdom that I'm representing, what actually is it that we are going to do for our people. One thing we need to remember, kingdom is not all about canvassing for the votes. We are not actually interested for the votes. Actually, we don't vote for the kings. For you being a chief or for you to be a king, then you need a number of votes. No, we don't vote. We don't stand here for certain terms, which is after 5 years, like councillors, then you need to be removed from that position. No. Being a king or being a chief, we are talking, not like, for instance, not this nowadays, our chiefs. You know, they are there because of they've been given certificates. In the kingdom, we don't go for certificates. We are talking about the DNA, the blood.
Yes.
That we are there because of, we are heading that position because this thing is in you, not for the sake of the certificate. So me, I don't work with a certificate. I just check the lineage, your lineage profile. Who are you? Where have you been? Who's who in a zoo? They say you are a king or you are the chief. And then let me just check your profile, your lineage. As today they're calling you a chief or they're calling you a king or whomever, or a prince for that matter. So I go with a lineage profile that, oh no, you deserve to be there. That's your family thing. But coming to politicians, they give you a certificate because of they know that, I mean, they're capturing you in order in future for them to use you, to benefit them or to enrich them using you. Actually to them you are just a pawn. It's like we are playing chess. They move you around where they want you to be. They just post you there. Go and represent. We are the chief. Chief for which tribe? We people, we don't know you. You have been placed there by the so-called, those names, there by the union building for the sake of certificate. But I'm not there. Amangwe Royal Kingdom, ubukhosi obuzohlanganisa wonke amakhosi. We are going to unite all the kingdoms throughout the continent. There's something that I want to tell people that they must know. The word Africa, it doesn't exist. It used to, but not now. There are people who are coming here claiming that, like for instance, typical example, the Khoisan. They are claiming that they are the rightful people to own Africa. Or South Africa for that matter. So which is, that's green lies. When they come here, they find people here, living here. In 18 Ntontoni, there were people here. And the first person who was here is Silo, who came from the rivers. That is our father. Obaba wetu, he is the one who when's it possible to all these other nations. So ngizama ukuthi ubukhosi lo ubuza ebantwini buzothi ebantwini bunikeza abantu ithemba, because of now it's time we people, we don't have to any longer concentrate or rely on politicians. Politicians that they are doing just a dirty game. Actually, they are less concerned about us. What they need is the number for the votes. Then so that we can vote them and put them on power. After they just forget about you. So now it's time for us kings as royalties to unite our people and tell our people the truth. What is it? Because we are the landowners. There's no absolutely any municipality who will come and claim and tell me that I don't have to put my structure there representing my whole entire people, because of they will tell me that this is a place for the government. And I don't take that nonsense. That story, that's out of me. Actually, I don't want even to entertain. You see, so there's no municipality or the government that's going to say you have to go there and rent that property. It's a private space. It's owned by the government. Government doesn't have a place, a land. The owners of the land, it's ours. It's me and the other kings and the other chiefs. We are the owners of the land. So what we are here for is now to give people ithemba, the hope. Ukuthi umsebenzi awukho, yebo siyawubona awukho. It's fine. There's no job out there, but there is job. I think I'm twisting. There's no job, but there is a job. Someone will ask, where's the job? Because of now the companies are closing. Yes, they are closing, but they are closing because of you. You are sitting there talking without implementation, without doing action to avoid the head, so that company or that building not going to be closed. But you are sitting grumbling and there's no job. What. You are waiting for who, from where, to come and give you the job or employ you. You are the job. You yourself, you are the job. You stand up and create one for you. Yesterday I was going with the Queen where we are staying. Then what? This Coke. There's another Coke which is it was my first time. I bought that Coke. I was like, hey mom, this Coke is look very different. Even let's say the bottle itself, the container, it's very different. It's 2 liter, but now the other shop they are selling for 28 rand, close to 30 rand per 2 liter of Coke. But now when I go to that guy who was selling that different bottle Coke, we were buying how much? 28 rand, and it's you can return it back to get your deposit back, which is 8 rand. So which is buying that Coke for how much? 20 rand. So it's like that. So to me, it gives me that it's not only the recycling kind of a setup, but for me to go and buy that Coke and drink it and get finished, I'm not going to throw it away, that bottle, anymore. Yeah. So to me, what comes to me, it's a project. That's job, that's business itself now. You see, hence I'm saying there's no job, there's a job. So my story started from there. Yeah. You don't have to sit back and cry, say, hey, there's no this and this and that. Please, God gives us complete human being, everything. We've got eyes, ears, hands. We are not distorted. We are not crippled. We've got everything that it takes. I mean, to compare you and somebody who is is a cripple outside. That particular person, he doesn't have a hand or a one leg, but he does, stuff that a complete human being cannot do those. Gymnastics, they do. They enter different sport fields. They participate. They're making money. They're not going to sit there and ask people passing by the road, I mean, for what for? For God's sake, what is it? So, thina abantu abamnyama sife imiqondo ngokuthi we every time rely to government for these persons ashe bazosipha nemali yomndende. Now all these 350s, those things they demoralize our mind, or they just they condemn our mind. So the best thing is us to stand up. So this kingdom, this is the only kingdom that was appointed to drive. I mean, Gauteng is big, South Africa is big, but we are the first kingdom that has been appointed. Ukuthi na i-BRICS izile yahamba yabuyela emuva after the conference. People, they were like, hey, BRICS is coming, like we were waiting for 2010 World Cup. You still remember? Yes, we were like excited. Hey, BRICS is coming. Hey, what is it that BRICS is bringing to our black nation? They are coming here for those only who's got already the money, not for the poor. So this kingdom is there to represent, be it you've got the money, be it you don't have the money. But as long as we're the black nation, that's how we're going to unite. We start from home here. So Prince is saying, hey, Amangwe kingdom. Yes. I call Amangwe kingdom. We've got a number of kingdoms, but we will like choosing you that we can drive this. You kingdom, tell us what are the businesses that are available that can take part. But we're going to start with a banking system because of they are bringing the BRICS bank. So which is us, we don't have, us black people, more especially here in South Africa, we don't have. There's no black person who's owning the bank. There's no absolutely entrepreneur or for that matter cooperative that is owning shares to any one of the banks. All these banks, they are the European banks. We don't have the access. All we have to do, you go there and bank, and they charge you, and it's only those transactions. But thina angeke sithande na ukuthi uzithole unebhenki umuntu omnyama onishare nawo ukuthi ayazi after the such a transaction ngine 20 cent or ngine 50 cent engene. You see, if you abantu abaningi. So actually the Europeans, they even killed Gaddafi for that. So we as Amangwe Royal Kingdom, we are bringing that life now, which is the spirit of Gaddafi enters, and now it's alive. So in the Zoyenza kingdom, iti BRICS was Amangwe. Inahendlela ukuthi manje ukuvuleke leyo bank. Business opportunities are there. Umama uzowachaza wabeke ayichaze kahle, more especially the business yebank yabantu abamnyama ehlule the whole entire continent after Gaddafi was dead. But this kingdom izoqala ibhenki yabantu abamnyama, yileyo mama ayidrayivayo azositshela kabanzana ukuthi what is it, isilwane siphi leso. So business opportunities, we are bringing all the sectors, be it is the tourism, construction, manufacturing, all the sectors. The kingdom, we've got funding for that. Actually, I don't want to be long because of today. I'm mourning. That's very unfortunate of that because of namhlanje kubekwa inkosi uMangosuthu Buthelezi namhlanje. So my mind and my heart, it's not like that stable. When I look at uMangosuthu Buthelezi, Prince, mina kimi umzala wami, he's my cousin from KwaZulu-Natal, the president of Inkatha Freedom Party. Umzala. Nevertheless, I'm here because of due to some, that is why I'm here today. If I had a transport area, then I could have gone long time to go to KZN and to attend the funeral. You see, so but it's fine, izinto zenzeka ngendlela yazo. I mean, uNkulunkulu wazi. I cannot judge ukuthi ngoba kutho bese ngiyakhombana no. uNkulunkulu bekathandile ukuthi sibe la nomama phakathi kwenu. Sikhona ukuthi ezinye mazimuva le nalezi singani. Lana nazo mama zenzeke makumele ukuthi kwenzeke. Siqhubeke nalezi siqhubekayo. Yabona ngoba phela manje umuntu masekalele angeke umvusi. ukuba khona kwakho nokuba absent kwakho from the funeral, it's make no different. But okusalayo, spirit works magic, spirit speaks, spirit lives. So i-kingdom le Amangwe iphethe, ngifuna ukuthi nihambe bathi ni split all over this thing, ni hlakaze yonke indawo. The rock lena kumele ukuthi ikhule, and ukuze ikhule kumele ukuthi i-kingdom iyenze lokho ukuthi makwenzakala ukuthi ikhule, ngoba abantu abethu, you know, akufani noma umuntu umzele noma adoptive. Umntwana adoptive uyahlupha, yo mangabe really siyamazi sonke sila. Adoption child is got a very much problem. All the time they create. But I'm not saying all of them. They are different. To compare with a child or biologically, then no, it's easy for you to control him or her up until a certain level whereby she or he get married, then you'll be off. But nakhona futhi just a bit. But as long as so ngizama ukuthi lokhosi bukhona abantu mabakhulise lengane, this movement esihlangane ngayo namhlanje sina nobukhosi, sihlangane nobukhosi ukuthi abantu bethu mababuye beze ba responde. Yebo sizoyenza meeting yesibili, but abantu mabarespond. Masambeni thina sila siyikhulumisene ndaba ukuthi naku ubukhosi bukhona. We are bringing tina we are not gimmicking. We are not doing anybody's favor. We are not taking bribes. Tina, we want to transform our people. Spumen jayeli, spumen kupeke lento ukuthi mase wabo cry baby non-stop like an old CD. Every time we are crying, no job, no food, no. Tina, we are here now. All that kind of jazz or kind of story to cry every day, it must come to an end now. But nevertheless, let me just be short. Good people, we are here together with leaders here. Anybody who's got the business that it needs to be funded, anybody who's running the business that it needs to be there, more especially coming to the agricultural side of the whole setup. Last week I had a meeting also with the Department of Agriculture. They are coming on board to work hand in glove with the kingdom. So they are going to release funds. The kingdom, they must drive funds, those funds, according to the right, people. Seeds, everything, and now the booming business, it's cannabis. They're gonna come and claim saying cannabis is not, but it's not what but it's not legalized yet. They're saying that in Tanzania the Dacha is not legal. Me, I'm going to be there. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna push that agenda. That the Dacha must be legalized because it's cannabis. It's our forefathers' cigarette, the Dacha. It's unquestionable. It's there for years, ages, for centuries. It's just that no, we don't have to, randomly anyhow. That's but yona nje ngokomthetho Dacha, it's a black medication. You see? So in short, I would say, good people, Bantwana, go out there and tell the people that there's a job, there's a lot of business opportunities that we are bringing. Whether it's South Africa, whether you come far from Zim, Zambia, as I've mentioned before, I'm well connected even from those countries. For that matter, actually, I was invited by the kingdom of Mtwalas They're supposed to be here. Fill the whole lot here in this hall. But unfortunately, I was late to invite them. Because as we speak now, they are in Pretoria, nearby the Union Building. One of the Tswana's kingdom, they've invited them. And as not go or a statue, going to Kimbando. Today they are going to do. Most of the time, he is my brother. I'm talking to him, Ubulelani. So Ubulelani was coronated by my uncle, King Pungane III of Embu Kingdom, which is that the continental kingdom. Then mina ngaphansi kwakhe as my uncle. So sengishoke ukuthi bantwana bamkhululekani. But into engikhulumayo mina it's one language. All black people, we are one. It doesn't matter whether we are talking Shona, or we are talking Tswana, or we are talking Xhosa, or we are talking Zulu. To me, it matters not. It does make no any difference. Man told me we are Zim or wherever, Maputo here outside. He's my sister, he's my brother. Like blood so, they are like, we are like one. Period. No manga business. You see, so Mina, I'm one person who's not gonna change anytime given moment. I'm this king standing here talking the truth, nothing but the truth. I want to make sure abantu abamnyama bayakhululeka endlaleni. Abantu abamnyama kuba khona imisebenzi. Abantu abamnyama lento ukuthi abantu ababuya from Zim kuphi bangakhona ukuthi sibasize ngemedication mabeze ngapha eSouth Africa. No. Thina kumele ukuthi silungise setup yasezini. Imedicare yakhona ihlaliseke kahle. So ngicela ukuthi ngiyabonga kakhulu. Ngizomcela nje mama naye ukuthi mhlambe athi usihabulisa kancane mhlambe angahle nesikhathi ngoba ngithatha isikhathi sakhe mhlambe esiningi so ukuthi anithi washa kancane because of really you cannot do a business without having a bank. I hope siyazwana without a bank angeke uyenze business. And njengoba leader ashilo ukuthi emawuyocela ama loan to establish your own company bafuna is it collateral, something like that, which is something onganayo ongayazi ukuthi uzayithatha. But okusalayo if family yakho inamandla ukuthi i-own land, then i-loan uzothola bank. But sokumnandi ngoba i-kingdom izorana their own bank. Abantu bethu abamnyama sizovula ama-branch all over the whole continent. We'll be opening branches for the main bank, which is from South Africa. We want to do that. Here comes the BRICS already approaching us. They're coming on board. We're going to open that bank, the black bank. Buy it.
So, not to inconvenience them, I think we have to close. But then let's keep united. It doesn't matter where you are. Let's interact. I have a YouTube channel called Hillbro Today. You can interact there, and I have a WhatsApp. You can call me. You can have a live interaction so that even others can listen to Hillbro Today. It's called Hillbro Today Studios. It's a new channel, so we can use that one. If I talk to him on that channel, everyone who was here can go to YouTube anytime, go to Hillbro Today. Then we can interact like that. Yeah, we can organize even group meetings, and we have a group WhatsApp call. All of us talk there, and we can even talk now and then we have family from there. I think it will be better like that. So thank you so much. I don't want us to inconvenience more. Any comment or any question?
Okay, sir. I didn't understand now. All the name is even the foreigners are allowed in that thing.
In the Rock Africa?
Yes.
I'm a foreign national. I'm from Zimbabwe, born in Bulawayo. I'm in the valley. I'm the founder of the Rock Africa. The Rock Africa's vision is not a South African vision. It's a continental vision. So wherever I am, Rock Africa will go, and I don't choose which nation. If you are South African, if we know what happens in South Africa, if they say Zimbabweans must go and they overpower us and take us out, meaning they arrest us, they put us in cars and we go. That is it. We will go, but that doesn't mean the Rock Africa will die. He's my debut. The Rock Africa has got directors. So if we open projects in the Rock Africa and we make profit, all these people will benefit from it. Doesn't matter where we are. So the Rock Africa will keep on going forward, whether we are here or even all of us who can move to Zimbabwe, start projects there. There is too much land to.
So they can also join.
Enjoy the.
They can also join.
Join. Anyone who is an African.
Thank you so much, sir.
Anyone who is an African.
Okay.
In fact, in the Rock Africa, if you are in Ghana right now, you want something, you say, I want to invest. What stops an African from investing in Africa? We have got Americans from America who takes their money from America to come to Africa and they invest in businesses here. They own businesses here. Why is it so painful for a Ghana or someone from Cote d'Ivoire to say, I've got so much money, I want to invest in the Rock Africa, and they invest and they become a shareholder? Do you know they are shareholders of businesses that like Apple? They are shareholders of Apple that are not in the country where Apple was started, who are outside that country. How are they doing it? They invest their money, doesn't mean they are there. They have shares, they make profit, they send them their money profit. So it doesn't matter where we are. And we're not going to only open businesses in South Africa. When we're talking about businesses, when we say farming, we will spread across Africa. We will farm a lot of things. Cassava, if you think of cassava, if you think of anything that needs to be farmed, we will farm it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to add to my sister said. Actually, investment, it's not focusing only on South Africa. Whoever, and from China, India, if you feel like you want to invest on Rock Africa, then everybody's welcome.
Yeah, but then the Rock Africa is limited to Africans.
No, I was just giving.
But Chinese and Indians, we are not hating them. We know them, we love them. But if they get it naturalized and they're Africans, we work with them. What we need is you must be a citizen of Africa. Yeah. So, but we want to put black people first because black people have been so much unprivileged. Yeah. We were enslaved, we were colonized, and we're still healing from that, and we don't have anyone who is supporting us to build from there. So now we're trying to bring these black people together to say, okay, build your own things, build your own banks, build your own supermarkets, build your everything. Also be part of the value chain. Then once we do that, we are not hating anyone. We have got white people friends. We have got relatives who are white. But now we are focusing on raising a black child. And,
Okay, I just want to make a quick comment on what our leader was talking about, like the bank. We really need a bank that looks at Africa because I like his vision. Because with such a bank, because these other banks are run by mafias as well. So it still takes someone with that heart for Africans to run a bank that benefits Africans. And lastly, the issue of land. The moment land is with you, the moment you have title deeds of the land, or the moment you have land, you have collateral. So blacks, we don't have access to finance, even to finance our businesses. Why? We don't have land. Whites are still controlling the land because they have the title deeds. They walk into the bank, they get money, they do their work. We are not doing the work. Why? Because we don't have the land. So I just like to support.
Yeah. But long and short, we don't hate white people. White people, they are our friends. They are our relatives. Some of us are married to white people. But in business, if you check how they are operating in business, they are supporting each other. You understand? Even if you are a black man now, if you open your own bank, you must know that you are entering their system. Your bank will be controlled by them. You can't operate your bank without going under their system, banking system. So we need to have our own, to an extent that, but my vision is it must be owned by anyone who is willing. It must not be limited to some individuals. Everyone who is willing to benefit from it must benefit, who is an African. So thank you so much. I think it's 11 o'clock. It's shy. So I'm not sure whether they want to come in or we are late. So thank you so much everyone for coming. The most important thing is let's get the project started. The Rock Africa has been in existence since 2019. Sakala CC, PTY, LTT only, Savane, security company, Savane, cooperative, Savane, NPO, all these things you can have there. But if your NPO does not have cash to help the people out there, you need to be a certificate. You can say we have an NPO, but what is it doing? We don't have money to do anything. So we need to build businesses that will start generating money so that we can also help our people. So I think we will close here for today. You see now, you see how they are so disorganized. How can they bring electricity when we are closing? Okay, thank you so much. We are closing. I will be in contact with the royal family. Anyone wants to engage with the royal family about what we are talking about today, I propose that let's do it live so that anyone can benefit. Let's not do it behind closed doors. Yes. Membership at the Rock Africa. It's in our website. If you WhatsApp me, I can send you the link of the form. It's an online form, but our online form is also on the website. I think it's easier when I pay up the website. I think I need 500 rands to pay up the website. Once I pay it, of which I think it can be month end when I get paid, I can pay for it. Once I pay for it, then the website will be online. Then people can register there. Then the joining membership fee is 100 rand. Once you deposit 100 rand, then we are good to go. You are with us. Then, but remember, your share is that 100 rand out of everything that has been contributed. For now, I think we are over 61,000 rands that has been contributed. We have been using money to rent an office, to pay for rain. We've been using money to register companies. We've been using money to buy equipment and office furniture. So, yeah. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Oh, Mr. Katu is a farmer anyway.
Sanibona indima chilo kuvimasela.
Enda.
Msana Liyalo. Chofuka la chwatsa. Rirumela mavuri lime. Rirumela shango, rirumela shaka. Ritoda zviliwa. Price ya mgayo is too high. Rawa na mavuto zvipira zviliwa. Rakona renga mwana mwako mwana mgayo kwa price ya masi.
Okay, thank you so much. Is one of our shareholders, Mr. Kat. I always promise members of the Rock Africa that one day you will benefit from the Rock Africa, whether I'm still alive or I will not be dead. Okay, well, we are winding up. We are giving us a sign, but please enjoy your day. 11 o'clock is up and we must not inconvenience our... No, let me just put this. I'm so disorganized also. I don't have a pen. No, but WhatsApp me. All those who attended, just WhatsApp me so that I can put you on the list. Okay, let's close in prayer. When I'm very kind. When was owabakhona kungekho wakudalayo. Sesibonga ukuthi namhlanje sihlanganiswe namakhosi, namhlanje sihlangene singabantu base-Afrika, sesicela ukuthi konke esikuplanayo uNkulunkulu ukwenza kube yimpumelelo, njalo kwenziwe ngokuthula nangothando, njalo sisebenze ndawonye ukuze sibe sempumelelweni sonke singabantu be-Afrika. Sikucela konke lokho ngegama elihle lomfelo wethu uJesu. Amen. Alright, everyone, please enjoy the rest of your day. But if you want my numbers, you can come and collect them. 0782689313. But